You have a problem.
Why do I have a problem?
You have a problem giving CGC money.
No, I don't have a problem at all. I'm really good at it.
Actually, I think, yeah, you're really good at it. You have a skill that no one needs to have.
No.
And that is sending CGC money via your credit card.
It's happening.
It's happening again.
More and more frequently.
Yeah.
Now for number 3.
Yeah. Thrice times this has happened. This is the third one.
All right.
Ugh. All right.
All right.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Chunky. Today we are back with allowing him to wallow in his problems.
It's not wallowing, and it's not a problem.
I think it's a problem. It's not a problem.
Well, every time I send off things to CGC, they come back worth more money, so I don't see how that's a problem.
It's not really a problem.
95-ish% of the time, they come back worth more money than they were when I sent them off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So,
a good,
not a problem.
It's a good problem to have, I guess. You do have a problem. This is the third time we're doing this.
I'm sending off more books.
He's sending off, how many? 10 more?
10 more books to CGC.
No.
I believe these are all modern.
Absolutely. And this is even before we've gotten the results back for the second send-off to CGC.
They're still there.
The first CBCS send-off.
Haven't sent those away yet.
Yeah, you've already chosen more comic books to send off to them. You don't even know the
CBCS
results
is still in my basement.
You haven't sent that off yet?
No, because my printer was down. I couldn't print out a packing slip. So,
Oh, God.
Anywho.
All right, let's go through these.
So these are modern books. 10 books. Obviously all key issues, or I wouldn't be messing around with it.
Yeah. And we're going to do the same thing that we did in the... I don't know if we did it with CG or CBCS, but we did it with the CGC, where we're going to take a look at each of the issues. I don't know what any of them are. And we're going to look at them for just a half a minute.
Yep.
Give a quick guesstimate as to what we think the issues will get. And whenever we get them back, you all can laugh at us for how wrong we are.
Yep. So the values are a little lower than they were last time. Every time I send off more books, it seems like the values get lower and lower and lower.
Well, that's because it cost a lot to send it to them.
That's because I've run out of really high dollar books. I've already got all those great.
Oh, well, yeah.
Not all of them. But anyway,
that's
let's get started.
Yeah, finite amount.
With the first book.
What do we got? Ooh.
Which is Strange Academy #1.
Interesting.
Now.
This is a newer one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it came out at the end of 2020. It was one of those COVID
10.
books. Perfect 10 out of 10.
No, it's probably a 9.4.
I'm giving everything that looks really nice to me a 9.4 as well. So I'm going to count this as a 9.4. My initial thought is I'm going to have them all pressed again by them.
You should.
It's only $12.
Yeah, you do your own little amateur pressing stuff, but I keep telling you that the cleaning and pressing service is just about always worth it.
It has to be.
I think it does.
So anyway, Strange Academy #1, a bunch of first appearances. Very, very new book.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens to it in the future, but it's a highly spec'd upon book.
Yeah. It's good condition. Cover's all white. It's nice.
This one is from 1978. So still modern, but really good shape for 1978. And it is Miss Marvel, #18.
Okay.
So that's Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel.
All
The
right.
significance of #18 is that it is the very, very first appearance of Mystique, the blue chick that changes shape, played by...
Really?
What her name was? What's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Well,
In the Fox universe.
yes.
So that is her first appearance. At this point in time, I am just kind of specking on, trying to get ahead of the ball on just about every X-Men related character before we can. All the big heavy hitters, the Wolverines and everybody in Giant Size X-Men #1, those are kind of unattainable. But you got a lot of secondary characters like Mystique that have already shown up in the Fox universe or elsewhere that are flying under the radar. So if it gets a nice grade, being such an older book, then I think it's going to be worth some money here. So what do you think?
I'm going to conservatively say an 8.5.
Ooh,
There's
perfect.
something on the right side that I'm not sure about.
Yes, the edge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a line
like
going
this line here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that line there, and there's a couple dings.
Yeah, there's some dings on the spine, but nothing else.
Nothing color breaking on the spine. So again,
No, overall, it's really good looking.
if this presses out and the dings press out, we're looking at a 9.
We're looking at a high 9, yeah. Yeah.
A 9+, so that'll look pretty good. Anyway,
Ooh.
so we both went 8.5 on that one.
We're neck and neck. Usually, I'm way more optimistic than you. You must have slept well last night.
I slept all too well. Now, this one is not much of a high grade as compared to this one, but I think it is also from 1978 or maybe 77, and it is Marvel Premiere number 15.
Interesting.
The very first appearance of that guy on the cover there.
Yeah.
Iron Fist.
This is also in quite good
It's in
condition.
pretty good shape.
Other than
it's got some
this,
splatter on it.
it also, what?
It's got like something.
Oh, it does.
On
It
the
has some
cover.
kind of sticky shit on it.
So
And it has a little bite taken out of it down there.
yeah. I don't expect this to get anywhere near 9 anything. But again, if they can clean it and get that stuff off there, my guess, I'll go ahead and tell you my guess first. If all that presses and cleans off, I'm looking at 7.5 to 8.
I was gonna say I was gonna say 8 high.
So I don't know that stuff's coming off, so I'm going to say 7.5.
Yeah.
So that's the first appearance of Iron Fist. Again, another one of those characters that was in the Netflix universe.
Yeah, he had
That
his
wasn't-
own. He had his own show, didn't he?
Probably the
That no one
least,
cared about.
the least touted of all the shows.
Yeah, something like that.
But a cool character, especially when he teams up with Nick Cage. So, not Nick Cage, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Yeah.
Nick Cage will be a lot cooler.
Yeah.
So 7.5.
I don't
And you
hate
said
that
what?
Luke Cage. That's same as yours.
All right, we're the same so far. This is getting scary. Next one is the book that I told you beforehand. I didn't even know I had anymore. And this is a lower grade, but it's one of those really highly spec'd upon books. It's Giant Size Defenders number 3, which is the first appearance of a character that you probably don't even know exists.
I didn't know this title existed.
Well, you knew Defenders existed.
Yeah.
Apparently they made a few giant size ones.
I didn't know they made a giant size anything besides X-Men. This looks like it has some sticky shit on it too.
Yep. So that is the first appearance of Michael Korvac.
I have very briefly heard that name.
Michael Korvac is, for a period of time, was a very, very important character to the Avengers. He was a big part of the Kree Skrull War.
This has that line all the way down the side too.
Yeah, that's a common line. I forget the name of it.
It's interesting.
Yeah. You see that a lot. So anyway, I'm thinking it's probably
I'm gonna say
a
7 high.
6.5 is what I was going to say.
Yeah, 7 high.
Again,
If they can clean it up.
I'm trying to project to see what could be pressed out, cleaned up.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot that can be pressed out. I don't think, other than that crease,
No,
maybe.
and it's an oversized book.
Yeah.
So, but for an oversized book, anybody who collects these oversized ones understands that the spine just really becomes a disaster
Yes.
after a while. And this was in fairly good shape.
Yeah,
for them.
yeah.
And I think the graders give a little leeway because our giant size X-Men number 1, which came out around the same time, the spine is not this good, and it got an
I don't
8.5.
remember. Really?
Yeah, but everything else.
Yeah, everything else is a
pretty
little bit worse
flawless.
on that one. Yeah.
That's right. We got a giant size X-Men 8.5. Sons of bitches. All right, so I said 6.5. You said 7. Next book on the list, we have got one of these, and it is Caliber Presents
Yes.
number 1, which is the first appearance of.
Caliber presents.
Yes.
We
have one
no,
graded
no. Crow.
9.4.
Crow.
It is the first appearance of the Crow. So I am giving this one an 8.5.
It's a little wavy.
It's wavy. I hope the pressing takes all that out.
Yeah, I'm sure that can be pressed out. I don't think there's a whole lot of color breaking.
No, not much at all. And the corners aren't perfectly sharp, but they're nice.
Yeah.
Other than that waviness along the spine, which I believe is because I pressed it after
He probably left in the water bath a little too long.
leaving it in the water bath a little longer than I should have.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say 8.5. What'd you say?
I said 8.5.
Okay.
So, and I said these aren't like $high books, but they kind of are. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, the first Prince Crow is that's not a low dollar.
I think this
by
is
any means.
that's probably $250 or $3. I mean, this giant size X-Men is well over.
That is
or
giant size Defenders.
You know, it's over $100. This one's probably 150. So they're
they're lower cost compared to the ones that we sent
we have
last time.
thousands of
but-
dollars.
yeah.
Okay, next one. I've got 3 copies of this, and I'm sending this one away because it seems to be again once pressed. I think it has a chance to get the highest grade. It is Avengers Annual number 10, one of the worst covers of all time for a key.
Wow.
because it is so busy. It's got like 5 panels on there. This is
whenever you have covers that have panels, it's
this is one of the issues that Todd McFarlane just said in a recent interview that every time he sees one, he buys it.
Why?
It's just one of those nostalgic things. It's when he got into comics, he was like, this is one of the things that was out.
Okay.
So he's got a lot of these. So
I hope he doesn't get on eBay.
It's really nice.
And search for it.
No.
It's really, wow, this is very nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Wow. That's the first appearance of Rogue.
Really?
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
And of course, she's bad. She's a villain in her early days.
This is very good.
Yeah, I almost want to say, I'm just going to say 9.2 on that.
Yeah, I think once you press out the only 2 dings that are on the spine here, unless the inside it looks terrible, this is probably like a 9.4, 9.6.
Oh, if I got a 9.6 on that, I'm very happy. But it looks nice.
Yeah, I mean the printing isn't super centered. I don't know how they
it's weird
do that.
This is a strange issue because the other 2, the reason I chose this one, the other 2 one of them's autographed.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't send that one away.
You could to CBCS.
But yeah, maybe I will one day. We'll see how these other ones come out.
Yeah.
But the other one actually along the spine lines up with this black line on the spine.
Do what?
You don't have this white gap on the other one. It lines up with this black line here is on the spine.
That's what it's supposed to do, right?
And you see, because you can see like the annual got cut off, this comic code got cut off, everything's getting cut off. So
yeah.
I'm intrigued to see, because I think this is a miscut. And otherwise, it is a really fantastic looking book.
Yeah, I mean, other than the centering, I think it's probably a very, very high 9 candidate.
I'm kind of intrigued to see how much it gets dinged for that. But you said what? What was your official number?
Okay, barring what I don't know, I'm gonna conservatively say a 9 because I don't know what they do with the centering.
All right, only 4 more to go. You ready?
Yep.
This is, again, I think once it's pressed out, has a pretty good chance of being a nice high grade. I bought this for a really good price not too long ago from our local comic shop.
Yay, go to Pops.
It is Astonishing Tales number 25.
Yes.
And it is the first appearance of that guy there, Deathlock the Destroyer.
The Destroyer, you say?
And once again, it's only a matter of time before any and every character shows his face in the MCU. So characters like this that have a following, that are C/D level characters. Now, understand, this is what happens with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It takes C and D level characters and makes them household names.
Iron Man.
Q Iron Man.
Prime example.
Never want to call him a C level character, but the way he was written for.
He was a C+.
Decades. He was a B.
He was a C+.
He's a B- character. I mean, to read the comics, awful, but he was an Avenger. Okay, so he did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Iron Man's Iron Man. But, point being, Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when did she become Photon?
Or hell, even Vision.
Yeah, sure.
It's even Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I was going to say War Scarlet Witch.
Like all these characters. And the list goes on and on and on and on. So, now, Deathlock is not Scarlet Witch.
No.
Nor is he Vision. But if and when he pops his face up, I like the $50 I spent on this.
That is a very, very high 9 candidate if you get that pressed out.
If all this gets pressed out.
Oh my God.
It looks like a 9.4.
Did you try to press that yourself?
Uh-uh.
Okay. I think that's none of it breaks color. I think that's quite easily pressable.
I'm going to go with a 9.0 on that because I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's got a couple.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Couple corner dings there. So, 3 more.
We haven't been off at all.
A little bit. Couple. All right. Another thing, again, I did try to press this one. As you can probably tell, it's a little wavy along the spine up top. So, again, if everything presses out, I like the chances of getting a high grade on this. And it is the gorgeous
Wow.
Bill Sienkiewicz cover.
Wow.
Transformers number 1. His painted cover. Delicious. Fantastic. It is.
Wow, man.
Quickly becoming one of these modern covers that is considered iconic.
This is awesome.
Because Bill Sienkiewicz, or Sienkiewicz, however you say his name.
Is this the 4-issue limited series that was 5 issues? Or is that a different thing?
That's Punisher.
That was Punisher. Okay.
This is, I believe, don't shoot me if I'm wrong.
I won't know.
This is the series that never ended. Like, I think they just kept going. Because I don't know of another number one. Like, Transformers went on and on and on and on. So I think people, I don't know. This is me guessing. I really should have maybe done some research on it.
Maybe.
Because I don't know of any other Transformers number one. So I don't think there was a miniseries and then a regular series. I think this was initially intended to be a miniseries. And then they just said, well, we're not going to stop. People like this too much or something.
Yeah, I think the intentions of the Transformers were entirely outshined by the actual results of what happened with Transformers.
Maybe. So I'm giving this after pressed out. I'm saying 9.4 on it.
I was going to say a 9.2.
I almost went with 9.2. All right, 2 more. And I've got 3 copies of this one as well. This is one of the ones that I wanted to buy.
I don't have 3 copies of any video game.
I wanted to buy this in a 9.8 for us. And again, I think this is a pretty high candidate once it's pressed out. It is X-Men number 244. It is the first appearance of one of the main characters of the animated series in X-Men, Jubilee.
Yes.
So
absolutely one of the main characters of.
I think if it's pressed out, it's a 9.2, 9.4 range. I just want to see.
Yeah, all day. What year is this? 90s?
No, 80s.
80s?
I would
guess.
guess.
Well, yeah, okay.
I would think, yeah, late 80s.
Forget how expensive comics are now for some reason.
86 to 88, maybe.
Every time I want to read Donny Cates, I gotta give those motherfuckers $4.
$4. Shit. Well, sometimes it's 6 or 7.
Freaking, what do you call it? Last Ronin's 9.
Ugh.
This is a 9.4 if this gets pressed.
Well, luckily, with The Last Ronin, you only have to pay $9 every 6 months when an issue comes out.
Oh my god, I know.
So you have time to save up for that.
I can't believe they made the second issue oversized. I can't believe they did it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do all of them.
Oh god, I know. You can very clearly see where it is in my short box.
And the last one, the one that spawned the need to do this again.
Well, I mean, I saw what it was, but I don't know any of the details.
Once this spine is pressed out, I think it has a really good shot from 1977. Book's on fire right now. Star Wars number 2.
Number 2.
Yep. If you'll recall in the last video, I sent off 2 copies of Star Wars number 1.
You did.
I should have went ahead and added this to the mix.
Yeah, you probably should. Did you have it yet?
Yep.
Yeah, you probably should have.
So,
all right,
this is, again, multiple first appearances. First appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi is the first appearance of Han Solo. I believe it is the first appearance of Chewbacca. Maybe a couple other ones like the Millennium Falcon.
Do they count that as a character?
It doesn't matter.
They should count it as
and it's like the same thing as a Batmobile.
No, that's fair.
So,
this is really good shape.
It took a while for this.
Here? Did you press this?
It took a while for the first few issues of this series to really start blowing up like all the other issues. Like 42 was with Boba Fett. Issue 1's always been a thing, but issue 2's has been sitting around there at the $10, $15, $20 mark in high grade forever and ever and ever, and people realized, oh shit, no, Obi-Wan and Han Solo, and everybody made his first appearance in there, so we should probably maybe buy that book. And then all of a sudden it went up, and it's a triple figure book now.
Is that right?
Suddenly.
Graded or raw?
Raw. Like, yeah,
raw.
if you get a high grade raw, yeah, you're going to get triple figures for it. Which is awesome, because I bought it for $10 2 months ago. 3 months ago. Which is awesome.
Ridiculous.
So I'm saying after pressed out, I'm hoping for a 9.2 on that one.
I was going to say, if the spine gets flattened, there's a couple of those dings on the spine that are color breaking. So I was going to say a 9.
Yeah.
But I think in its current condition, it's probably a rounded. Well, yeah, probably around a 9.
Yeah, I think it's probably like an 8.5 right now. So yeah, if we can get it up to a 9.92, that'd be great. All right, so that's it. That's the 10 books.
Okay.
All fairly high grade. The lowest one I gave was a 6.5, and you gave a 7 to the Giant Size Defenders.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much 7.5 and above.
Interesting.
We'll see.
In the past, I have been like 4 grades ahead of you at some point.
Sometimes. We'll see. So there's another $300 I'm going to spend on getting these things pressed and cleaned and encapsulated.
Well, the good thing is every time you do it, it's worth it.
We'll find out.
It's worth it.
So it is CGC Sendoff number 3.
Yay, another one we have.
sooner or later I'm going to have no books that are raw.
Yeah, we're gonna have to replace all of our content with since you don't get the mystery mail call anymore, you're just gonna have to send everything to CGC.
My monthly CGC Sendoff.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
Well, I will be starting my search for the Holy Grail anytime now, and that will be a monthly thing.
Yes, we did allude to the what do we call it? Doom search? Doom quest?
Doom Quest.
Doom quest.
Yeah.
Since that video, it has evolved. Yeah, the initial idea, Doom quest.
We did a Doom top 13 list.
We did, yeah.
So I was in Doom mode. So I'm like, I'm going to go after the first appearance of Doom as my Holy Grail that I'm going to do for my project. But that's not confirmed.
No, from what I understand, it has changed, and it is fluid, and the ideas change every time you take shit.
So. It is fluid. Once I get my first batch of flip books in, I will make a final announcement, and we will progress through the videos, knowing exactly how much money I need to raise with my flip project to grab the Holy Grail that I announce.
Good. And Holy Grails, listen, those are subjective.
Yes.
Now, the first appearance of Doom, I think, is probably widely considered a Holy Grail. At least it should be.
Yes. My Holy Grail, for this purposes, in Mike Willis's search for the Holy Grail, will be a Silver Age book. And it will be probably somewhere in the $5,000 to $7,000 range.
Right. Yeah,
so
it's
a
gonna
lower
have to
grade.
Be like a Silver Grail.
It's a Silver Age Grail.
Silver Grail.
Yes. Mike Willis's search for the Silver Grail.
Now, the Holy Grail, unobtainable. But
well,
Doom, not necessarily that much. But that's a different video.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it when
watch out for
that
it.
comes around. Please watch out for it.
Yes.
And while you're at it, please tell us how you think about these comics that he is sending off. I'm actually really interested. I had no idea that you had Star Wars #2. Some of those are interesting with the sticky stuff that's on the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about, but I'm excited to see what CGC does with it. And I hope that you are too, and you should leave us a comment down below telling us how excited you are, and leave the video a like if you liked it, and of course subscribe for more content like this all the time, and we'll see you on the next one.